Welcome to Equip with Pastor Steve Hamner. Join us today as we are creating a world that Christ can live in. For more information, visit our website at wordoffaithtuscaloosa.com.
Hi, glad that you're able to join me once again today on this edition of Equip. We're dealing with the names of God. Once again, we're looking at God's specific names that He has given unto us. When we call upon those names, there's things that God will do that is associated and that is connected with His names. One of the ways in which God reveals to us His character, as I said, is through His names. God desires to reveal Himself to us. The way that He does do that is through giving us His name. So we, as the people of God, we need to understand His name, so that if you get in a situation, you get in a place where you need Him, you can call His name, and that name is need specific. Today we're going to look at the God or the Lord that is with you. Now this is different than what we looked at last week, and we'll look at that and we'll discuss that. The Lord is with you. This is God's name as Jehovah M-M-E-K. Jehovah M-M-E-K. E-M-M-E-K-A. I-M-M-E-K-A. M-M-E-K. Jehovah M-M-E-K. The Lord is with you. In the book of Judges, the 6th chapter, verse number 12, we have the story of the warrior Gideon. And at that particular time, he didn't consider himself a warrior. But the angel of the Lord came and appeared to him, and he said in verse number 12 that the angel appeared to Gideon, and he said, "The Lord is with you, mighty warrior," or "The Lord is with you, M-M-E-K. The Lord is with you." When God appeared to Gideon and told him that He was with him, that wasn't just God speaking to make Gideon feel better. No, that was a powerful truth that Gideon needed in order to take him to the next level in his life and the next place in which God was trying to take him. And so when God comes and speaks to us and tell us things and reveals Himself to us, it's not just to make us feel better, but God desires for that thing to be deposited in our spirits so that we can grow to know Him and be able to understand Him just a little bit better. God's presence, understand this, the presence of God, it gives us confidence. God's presence is a confidence builder. It also gives us an idea when we talk about the presence of God, how the opposition is thinking. So when God comes and tells us certain things, that lets us know that the opposition or our enemy is thinking about us in a certain way. So God comes to reassure us that He's with us and that He's for us, and that nothing will be able to come against us and succeed. Excuse me. When God says, "I am with you," He's saying that, in other words, you are never alone. That's good to know, that when God says that He's with you, He's simply saying you will never face life by yourself. And there are times when you and I, we feel alone. We begin to worry about certain things. It is when those times that fear may rise up, and we may life brings us different things, and we can take comfort to know that we can go to God and we can approach His throne boldly, and we can ask Him for help in any situation that we may face. So there are certain times in life when you and I, we're going to feel alone, and we're going to feel like where worry may come in the picture. But because the Lord says that He is with us, that He is Jehovah M-M-E-K, that simply means that God said, you're not going to face anything by yourself. I'm with you. I am the Lord with you. So we can be assured that God would never leave us, and because He promised us that He would never forsake us as well. So there may be times where, as I said, we may be feeling alone, and those things may be true, but it's not based on the truth. Even when there is silence, we got to know that God is there. When you cannot locate God, you got to still believe and know that God is there. Even when you cannot hear His voice, even when you cannot feel or sense His presence, you have to know that God is there, just as He promised you that He would be. That thought is by itself is reassurance, and that will also empower you to defeat any enemy that comes in your life, and also you'll be able to overcome any obstacle that you face. Just as God led Gideon to victory with only 300 men when he started out with 22,000, going against an army of great numbers as well. And just as Gideon was able to defeat the armies of the Philistine with only 300 men, it was Gideon's trust in God's presence with him that ultimately gained him the victory. So what I'm saying is simply this, you all, is that no matter what your foes are bringing to the table, or no matter what is happening around you, if you know that God is with you, and if you know that God's presence is there to sustain you and to help you, whatever enemy you face, whatever foe comes in your life, you have the authority and you have the right to know that God is with you, and you will receive the victory that you so desire. This same assurance, that we're speaking about today, can also be yours today. If you trust God, if you trust Jehovah Emike, the Lord is with you. Will you trust Him today? Put your stake in Him, put your confidence in Him, and know that God is with you today and always. May God bless you. See you next time.
For more information, visit our website at wordoffaithtuscaloosa.com.